what would you like this person to know or do about what it is you're concerned about?
Well, he doesn't know that Venezuela was visited by Fidel Castro in 1959.
Now, wait, excuse me. Have you already discovered that in talking with him?
Did you know that Fidel Castro went to Venezuela in 1959 and gave a lecture?
No, I didn't know that.
You're correct. Okay.
Nobody knows this.
Is there anything else that you think would be good to have put on the table?
Venezuela was the second country after Cuba to have guerrillas.
Yes. Okay.
Did you know that?
Okay.
In
He
the
knows that.
60s?
Okay. But my question is, we want to get something out of this that's useful for both of you after the discussion of the problems.
Okay, I was trying to discern a lineage
Yes.
that came from the visit of Castro,
Right.
then the guerrillas,
Right.
then the emergence of a neo-avant-garde group called
Right.
El Techo de la Ballena, then necrophilia as a template to understand history.
Uh-huh. And if see, the problem that I'm trying to have us step over is getting caught in the trap of always recycling what went wrong, what's going wrong, what keeps it going wrong, and the anger and the pain that keeps us tied into it. I'm trying to see is there some way beyond the reciting the truth of these terrible
There is no
things?
anger and pain. I'm trying to understand anthropologically
Uh-huh.
where are the roots of this occupation between Cuba and Venezuela and vice versa.
And if you did,
I'm trying
then,
to discern that.
and if you did, is there something that might happen? If you did understand it completely and you
It might
understood
help,
the roots,
to resolve the situation.
what would help look like?
In politics, there is no conclusion. In
Okay.
politics, there is discernment.
Okay. And
But maybe he has something to say about it.
well, that's a good point right there.
Do you have something to
Could
say
you
about it?
contribute to the conversation from
Yeah.
your point of view?
So I mean, to go back to what you were saying about building on a lineage, in Cuba, it goes back to things like the Monroe Doctrine of 1823 that said the Western Hemisphere is under U.S. control, and then that was backed up by the Roosevelt Corollary, which said, yeah, and if anyone tries to intervene, and if some countries don't know how to govern themselves, according to Teddy Roosevelt's language, we will step in and essentially teach them how to govern themselves. So lots of the roots are about American paternalism and American hegemony in the region. So that's, if you look at 1959 as a cause of Venezuelan problems, that's kind of letting the United States off of the hook, because the Cuban Revolution was a result of U.S. imperialism over the island and ultimately over the hemisphere. There was the hemisphere that
Time out.
yeah.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah. But I disagree with that.
I understand. But the reason I've interrupted you is because I think we deserve to have some way to begin to think of resolution beyond just healing of problems.
What I'm proposing here is to start a transitional justice kind of negotiation in order precisely to coexist without, the hate of the other or the Stockholm syndrome.
Beautiful. I'd like to take what you're offering right now, if I understand it, and I'd like to ask you if that makes sense to you.
Absolutely.
Okay, could you look at each other? Could you just look at each other? That's it. That's it. That's it. My job is done. Look again. Look again.
But we're in agreement.
Give a hug. Fantastic. Thank you both very, very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is the start of this new relationship between these previously opposing feelings.
Where did
Café.
Café? Yeah.
¿Dónde lo conseguí? En España.